clean energy transition. How can we leverage this mineral endowments to move towards a more resilient form of development? At the African Development Bank, we are leading the design of what we're calling an African Green Mineral Strategy, working with the African Union, African Legal Support Facility, United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, Africa Finance Corporation, African Bank, and other partners. And we're looking at the particular policy reforms which are needed to drive investment into these green minerals. There have been some recent developments and progress, such as the agreement signed between the DRC and Zambia to create a local battery minerals value chain. So there are initial steps being taken already, and our role is to scale up these efforts, creating sustainable funding streams, de-risking investment, and fostering regional cooperation to drive Africa's potential in these green minerals. So this is a process that we started already. We have a foundation analysis conducted by some experts. And so I'm sharing with you this very important development from the AFDB, which we are taking forward at the Mining Indaba. Thank you.
Perhaps if there are any questions?
Any questions or comments, we're happy to take.
I'm Gary from Business Day TV. What are you doing at the African Development Bank? What are you doing at the African Development Bank to particularly look at local beneficiation of these smart minerals and ensuring, just for interest, it's interesting to see that when some of the global companies based in Europe and the US are sitting in that very chair, room space to the media, wanting to know what they are doing to try and help Africa. What are we doing in Africa to ensure that the deal is equitable? Is the African Development Bank involved in equitable decision making, or is that political processes in countries all up to themselves?
It's a combination of both. As a development bank, we should be the trusted advisor of Africans and of African governments. So we've supported local content and value addition strategies in several African countries, including Zambia and Ethiopia. And there are important lessons to be learned from countries like Nigeria and Ghana on creating national content. If you want to have an agreement with an investor, it's important to build in clauses on local beneficiation. And this is what we insist on when we work with countries. So there's an element of being advisory, and we also encourage the countries in their own independent capacity to build in provisions on local content, local beneficiation, but also to invest in enabling conditions, the right infrastructure, a skilled workforce, which can actually help to realize creating local beneficiation. So I think we have a very important role on the supply side to encourage these types of agreements and also to support countries to build the capacity to realize their national potential.
Perhaps if I could also add while we're waiting for the next question. I think, Gary, what you raised is the critical minerals discussion has just added impetus to what has already been happening, coming from the African Mining Vision, as well as several interventions that we've been doing, trying to industrialize, trying to create more jobs and opportunities. What we can also do in terms of advisory is create ecosystems to allow also for domestic resource mobilization to support the local companies and SMEs to also grow their financial financial ability to sort of engage in some of these areas. That includes the financial systems, insurance systems, and a lot of other things that we're also looking at how we can better integrate the system. And of course, we have to mention the continental free trade that creates other opportunities along that. So these are all the things that the strategy itself would help us map out, at least at an initial framework stage, to give us better guidance on how to tackle it, because each country is at a different stage of this development. So how can we meet them where they're needed? So I'll leave it at that. Do you want us to do agenda talk, agenda thing? Okay, I turned it off though.
No, except that you really want to.
Okay.
Finish?
About mineral extraction and the managing of sovereign funds that look at mining and energy, and then you look at development and infrastructure. Across this conference, the single biggest issue has been looking at infrastructure to ensure supply gets to ports. And we were hearing earlier on somebody say that if that one port that sustains the supply of cobalt and lithium manganese from eastern DRC, if that one port is closed, 80% of that